So this is video 2 of this series on irrigation pipeline. As far as the design submittals and what I would expect, we always have the cover sheet. I highly recommend you put a location map and go further than that and put directions from Google Maps on how to get from the field office to the site. So that's the cover sheet. Next thing you're going to have is your plan and profile. So you got a layout of everything. You're going to lay out everything. So station it. This is station 00. When you're doing your survey, you'll be able to figure out what stations need to be labeled. Then you're going to label everything. Install 12-inch gated pipe. You don't have to do it in color like I did. Typically you don't, but I like color. And then I labeled the 15-inch pipe, the alfalfa valves, and and then the direction of flow. And this is at a scale of 1 to 120, and the arrow or the direction of the field. So you want what's on here to be reflected here. So what I have is I show the high water line, I show the little ditch, the ARV located at the station. I have the ground line delineated in a hash mark. The blue line is the pipe. There's an air vent, alfalfa valve, and a line assembly, and the associated, and then a thrust block at the end, and the associated stations that correlate to each of those shots. I like pictures, so I will take pictures when I'm surveying of everything. And in this case, this is just a picture of the head gate existing, and the main ditch, and the associated elevations drawn out. Also, I took pictures with annotations of what is showing, what picture showing. So this is an existing ditch looking upstream. It's always important to delineate which way you're looking. Fields to be irrigated, those are the fields. Main canal looking upstream, and then the existing road crossing. This is very helpful because assuming the producer is not going to construct the irrigation pipeline, if you are meeting with a contractor during a pre-construction meeting, which you should always have, the contractor may or may not have been to the site, so you can actually show him what the site looks like. Granted, he's going to go there, but he'll at least have an idea of what it looks like. And then you guys will be talking apples to apples. And the last sheet is going to be the detail sheet. So you're going to have, whether or not you have all these thrust blocks, you're just going to show what a typical thrust block is. The end line assembly, the typical setup of what it looks like. Alfalfa valve, a typical setup for an alfalfa valve with the associated sizing pertains to your pipe. The drain at the end of the pipe, and then your pipe detail for your trench. The cover, size of the pipe. And then we already went through all the calculations. So that's typically what you'll have in a irrigation pipeline design. So if you have any questions, let me know. But that's all that I would require on your submittals.